All right, folks, as you see the band name on my shirt, I am back with another video to talk about Led Zeppelin and a contest entry to Steve's channel, All the World's a Stage. He has a contest going on, and I wanted to jump in and do my entry to his contest. I will leave a link to Steve's channel, All the World's a Stage. Please sub him up, check out his video content. He does a lot of great videos. And so this is a contest entry where you rank the 8 studio albums of Led Zeppelin, and then a second part of the contest, like a bonus, a part 2, where you get up to 500, number 500, using history of the band. I'm thinking archives, records, numbers that will add up to the big number 500. Okay. I've been watching Steve's channel for quite a while here, and I really enjoy his channel a lot. He's introduced me to a series of books called Every Song, Every Track, and I really enjoy the books very much. Even though I just have 2, I've still planned to add to them. I think the next one I would like to get is the Moody Blues, maybe Nectar, Iron Maiden. I'm not really sure. So let's get into it, folks. But let me just tell you that I have 2 magic buttons. That because I'm doing the, and I'll tell you why, because I'm doing a ranking of Led Zeppelin albums, and I'm not here to offend anybody or say one is better, one is less, or anything like that. This is just my ranking. I love these albums, but if this is a contest and I want to obey the rules, so if you leave me a comment, you don't like something I said or a ranking or anything like that, I have 2 really good buttons, and one is delete. And I've had a few times, doesn't happen very much, nasty comments. And I have block. So I'm good. I'm protected. I've come with game face. So let me get in, and I say that in a nice way before I get into the ranking again. I'm sorry. It's just that, there's no need for that. I'm not trying to stir the pot or anything. So let's get on with it, okay? 8 incredible, amazing studio albums by Led Zeppelin. Number 8, In Through the Outdoor. I do have a physical vinyl version of this LP, but I just have the original insert and the album. I don't have the cover for it. So hopefully I'll come across it. Maybe I'll find a cover for it and I'll have a complete. Okay, number 8. Let's go to number 7. You might be shocked. Number 7 with me is the one that I call Led Zeppelin 4. That's my ranking. Number 7 with me. And I don't know what it is. It's a great album. I love Stairway to Heaven. I love Misty Mountain Hop. Maybe it's one of those I felt like I've heard it so much that, I don't know. I really don't. But that's where I ranked it. Okay. 8, 7 at number 6. Led Zeppelin 2. One of my favorite guitar solos. Whole Lot of Love of all time. So then we have at number 5, if I'm still in the right order here, Led Zeppelin Presents. I have a story, I'll share it one day. I did meet Robert Plant years ago at Waterloo Records, around the time that he released an album called Band of Joy, or that was the name of his band. I think he lived in Austin for a little bit and was dating either Patty Griffin or Alison Krauss. And maybe I have shared a story, but we talked about this album for a little bit. I told him this is one of my favorite records they did. All right, number 4, Led Zeppelin. I used to have a vinyl copy of this, but I gave it to somebody, and it was here recently. But I have the double disc of that. Okay, at number 3, I have to agree with Steve. No quarter should end the album. Houses of the Holy. Folks, I hope I don't get blocked for that cover. A cover's a cover. What can I do, you know? Number 2. One of the best double LPs. Physical Graffiti. Love it. It's our early pressing too, so I got really a good deal on this. $25. And my all-time number 1 rank Led Zeppelin album with me out of their discography, Led Zeppelin 3. It's an early pressing too. I'm not sure how far back, but sounds really good. Their wheels intact. Yeah, I love this record from beginning to end. My favorite on there is Since I've Been Loving You and Tangerine. The song that I always thought was kind of, I don't want to say out of place, but I don't think it's in a sequence. And that's Barnyard Stomp. That's just my opinion. But that overall, the album is great. Now, to do the bonus question here to get to 500, I had several sticky notes to figure this one out. So I started with my birth, 1968, and when Houses of the Holy was released, which is 1973. That's 5 years from the day I was born. And then what I did was Houses of the Holy has 8 songs, so I added 8 plus 5, got 13. In the history of Led Zeppelin, or their discography, they released 15 singles, 45s. So I multiplied the 15 by the 13, 195, okay? And I went with how long was it when they recorded their last album, which I know was released in 79, but started to record for it in 78, which is about 45 years ago for In Through the Outdoor. So I took the 195, added the 45, 240. Then I took the little number 2. Led Zeppelin were on 2 record labels, Atlantic, and then they had their Swan Song label. So 240, multiply that by 2, 480. Then I took the years they were active, from about 68 through 80. And 480, I added the 12 years, 492. Then I took how many number 1 albums they had. And according to the internet, news, whatever you want to call it, they had 7 number 1 albums, which is 499. Here's where I get the 1. Their lowest ranked album, which is an album I love, Presence, 500. That's the way I did it. So hopefully that will get me into that second part of this contest. But anyway, I've loved Led Zeppelin. I got into Led Zeppelin through one of my friends who played me Led Zeppelin 2. And I asked I'm laughing because it's kind of funny. I asked could I look through his record collection, and when he said, there it is, all right there. And I was like, it's all Led Zeppelin. That's all he ever had. That's all he wanted, he said. I only listen to Led Zeppelin. I listen to the radio for other rock songs and bands. But when it comes to just owning a physical media, he said, I only want to own my favorite band, and that's Led Zeppelin. That's all he had. He had a really nice turntable. I forgot what it was. But yeah, he played me Led Zeppelin 2. We were hanging out. Missed those days when you actually hung out with your friend or friends or girlfriends, and you actually put on a record and you actually listened to it. You know? You didn't just skim through it like you can now and go, here a few seconds and make a quick drip. You actually listen even to those long songs like Stairway to Heaven, Dazed and Confused, The Lemon Song, another great song. But yeah, you actually kicked back and hung out and listened to records, even 45s too. They're little records. But yeah, I got into them, and the first record I do remember buying with my own money. It took a lot of picking up cans and bottles and doing some chores to make it. And I'll never forget, I bought two records. I don't remember how old I was, but that time I went down to the Walmart and I bought Moving Pictures, Some Girls, and Led Zeppelin 1. And it was a good day. All right, folks, please go check out Steve, All the World's Stage channel. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Hit that sub button, hit that like on his videos. And this is my contest entry. I will see you on the next Prog Hat video.